Frank, what an exciting night of action this was at York Hall. Obviously, our thoughts first of all for Frank Arnold. We hope he has a speedy recovery, but it was still a great night of boxing.
It was, and we all obviously, everybody in the hall wishes that on Frank, and I'm sure, well, we're all thinking of him, and hopefully he'll be okay. I'm sure he will be. But it was a phenomenal night. I mean, all the fights just keep getting better and better as the night went on. Very competitive fights, great fights. I've got to say, I don't know how the boxing news can even hold their heads up giving this a 2-star rating. They were great fights, and it's disrespectful to some of the undercard fighters as well. I thought it's just every fight was exciting. It was, and that main event was unbelievable. And Mr. Zorro, what a fight that was between the two of them. I mean, that was a phenomenal fight going backwards and forwards. Great nights of action, fantastic action.
Quite a night, old school night of boxing in so many respects.
Do you know what? I've been coming here since I was a kid, since I was about 14. So that's 56 years, and that is one of the great nights. One of the real all action nights, like old style York Hall. It was just brilliant, and I loved it. And I know the fans love it. The atmosphere was electric, absolutely electric.
And where do you see Denzel going from here? Do you think he's got two more fights at British level? Do you think he maybe goes European?
I don't know. Look, he wants to step up, and I'll get that and understand that. And we'll look at that scenario and see what we can do. But I think that him and Hamza next year is going to be a massive, massive fight. A massive fight. They both keep winning. We'll turn that into a monster.
Also, a quick note on young Royston. He got his first stoppage. He seemed over the moon. Quite a dramatic finish. Well,
it was. I mean, they were real good shots against a competent performer, and he turned pro. He's a young man, 18, turns pro, and he's not got his man strength yet. But he looked stronger tonight. I know it's a short fight, but he looked stronger, and his shots were very precise. Great shots and a great finish. Very good performance. His third fight. It's only his third fight.
Were there any other particular fighters that really stood out for you tonight?
Well, Denzel, the Zorro's fight I thought was an excellent fight. I think both of them were brilliant. And on the undercard, some of those youngsters looked really good doing the business. I just thought overall it was a really, really good competitive fights, competitive night. I mean, extra competitive in some areas. They all stood out for me. That's the truth. Every one of them was really good value for money.
Tonight's undercard was exciting. There's quite a treat next week. Full out the fight.
Unbelievable next week. I mean, look, the heavyweights is where it's at the moment in this country. We've got a great fight on there between the two Joes. Joe Joyce against Joyce-Parker, number 1 and 2 in the WBO. It's now for the interim title, so it's a bit more spicy because the winner of that fight will become the mandatory to Usyk. So there's a lot to go for, And, we've got Tyson. Hopefully we get that over the line with AJ. I mean, this is great times for the heavyweight scene. Daniel Dubois, want to get him sorted out, get him out. So we're in really excellent shape as far as the fights we're putting together, the cards we're putting on, and it's just a phenomenal. It's going to be a phenomenal last quarter for us in this, the end of this year. Coming into the end of the year, I mean, Christmas comes early if you're into heavyweight boxing. That's for sure.
Throughout the card as well, there will be Amanda Serrano coming over to the UK for the first time. Many people are already touting as a future Hall of Famer. It must be exciting to be able to put on these kind of fights.
Well, it is. I mean, she had that tremendous fight, didn't she, at Madison Square Gardens, which a lot of people felt was one of the great fights at Madison Square Gardens. And, she certainly comes to fight. So I think the British fans are going to love that. And Raven's on the card as well, same weight. And who knows, they may meet down the line.
Raven said one of her heroes is Amanda Serrano, so who knows?
So you know what, she may wind up fighting one of her heroes.
As well, Anthony Kakachi will be fighting for the IBO World title in what looks like a
really good fight, an excellent fight, another really good competitive match. I'm looking forward to that one.
Is the sale then for that card? That is just an amazing night of boxing.
It is. I mean, it's half as good as this tonight. I'll be delighted.
Well, we can't wait. We'll see you in Manchester, and we're looking forward to a great fight week.
Lovely. Thanks, Lewis.